Welcome to another episode of We Don't Know What We're Doing, but we're doing it anyway. This is going to be a short little video because we are doing a little bit of problem solving today, and I'll show you what the problem is right now.
Remember in the last video, we brought in the shovel and we filled this full of gravel, so little inch-sized rock, and then on top of that rock we put about 2 inches of sand. And we put the sand on top so that we would have a surface that the paver stones could be leveled on and float on. But we've got a problem. The problem we have is that we put the gravel down and then we put the sand down just like we should have. But what we didn't do is we didn't start putting the paving stones right away. We waited. And while we wait, in the time that we waited, it has now rained and it's all settled. And if, for those who don't know, sand is a liquid just like water is and has a lot of the same properties, and I'll show you one of those properties right now. Since sand is a liquid just like water, depending on the density, things will float in sand. And by letting all this time go by and letting the rain fall on it, rocks have started to float, or the gravel has started to float up from underneath. And so instead of just having nice sand that we could level, now we have rocks all in the sand. And the problem with that is that when you put paving stones on top of the rocks, they don't set even, and over time it's going to crack this paving stones. And so we need to figure out a way to once again sift out all of these rocks so that when we put this paving stones down, we don't have problems in the paving stones like right here and have paving stones cracking on us all the time. So here's our project for the day. To fix our problem, we're going to build a sifting table. Very rough, very quick build. I want to show you how we're doing it. We're starting with a 2x4 that we're going to be cutting into 4 pieces, roughly 2 feet out of length. And so this is going to be a 2x2 sifting table that we're going to build. We're going to use this extra piece of wood that we have left over from another project that we're also going to cut into 4 sections. That's going to be the leg. That thing you see in the middle, that is a metal grate. It's actually called metal lath. You use it in construction to put up sometimes with drywall. But in this case, we're going to cut it into a square just slightly bigger than 2 feet square. And that is going to be our grate that we're going to sift our sand through. So here we go. Here are our components. We've got the 4 2x4s, which will be the box, and the white pieces will be the legs.
I might want that in. Create new holes. Great! Most satisfying thing I've done this week. The most satisfying thing I've done this week has been getting participation points for destroying school property.
And there's the final piece. Got a nice little table here with the metal grate. And now let's quick show you how this works. And here's how it works. Remember that sand that was full of rocks? We'll throw that in. You see on the bottom? It goes through. Okay, Oliver, go grab the table and shake it.
Not the most efficient thing, but you know.
What do you mean? It looks like it's working good. When all said and done, you have all these rocks, and underneath, the sand without rocks.
We're gonna have to do this for the whole patio here.
And here is your sink.
And that's the end of this episode of We Don't Know What We're Doing, but we're doing it anyway. In fact, this time it's troubleshooting because we didn't know what we were doing and we fouled up. And it's going to take a lot more work than it would have, but at least we've come up with a solution. I think it's a good solution. We'll see. Till next time, remember, if you want to see the whole issue about the patio, click up here. If you want to see the last episode where you saw us make this mistake, click up here.